Okay, so I have a little bit of a problem. None of you may agree with me. Most of you probably will say, most of the good players will probably lash out at me. But for those who have been using Sharp on the World a long time, you know how the beatdown came out instantly and not just this slow bullshit. I remember when time stop was literally I think it was 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know. I remember when the barrage was 3.1. Oh man, that was nice. But now, compared to how it was now, it is absolute dog shit. There's a 1.7 barrage, which is really good for nowadays. Back then, that was like the dog crap. Ah, no! Let's try on the reads it loses to his bug. But, like, seriously though, Aura Kicks and Time Stop are really the only good moves, but, like, Eclipse, you're probably gonna give me some form of counter argument if you see this video, but Star Planet in the World is still not good competitively. The beatdown, if you face players that can actually have a brain, all they really have to do is just outlast you in the 1v1 and you'll die, because Star Platinum, the World, Star Platinum, the World of Heaven, KCR, SCR, the Hands, Carol Can Best Dust, GR. If those type of stands know what they're doing, same for Six Pistols, Purple Haze, Six Pistol Dash Nerf when, Magician's Reds, Cream, like, it has 20 stands around that number, or like below, or like 15 close or something. Like, counters it. And then people say, oh, just time stop and beat down, it's still really good. It's not. If you take that away, it has an awakening, that's the only good thing about it. The only real good thing about this stand is awakening and aura kicks and its M1s. That is it. That is the damage you can really get off. Because if the player is actually smart, they can cancel your time stop, or just straight up jump in the air and avoid less damage. Or just cancel the time race, or if they have time stop resistance, or just cancel time stop with RTZ. And King Crimson also counters Stuff on the World. Some may counter-argument me, but this is my opinion, but honestly I feel should be a shared opinion among most Star Planet World users who are actually good at the game. I've used this stand for many, many, many months. I've gone to 1v1s a lot. I've won quite a bit. I'd say I'm pretty decent at the game. A tier, like high A tier, mid at least. I'm not as good as others. I'm not as good as some other players with Star Planet World. Because most players in YBA use a PC, I use a MacBook, so that gives them a massive advantage and puts me at a massive disadvantage. But I still handle pretty well. But I'll get to the point. Star Planet World kinda needs a little bit of a buff, but at the same time a little bit of a nerf. Because like the beatdown, they need to kind of re-nerf it so that it's as fast as it was before. I know Eclipse said that it was like one of the only ways to get damage because you just throw it out and it's possible to parry. But it is, I agree with that, but at this point, seriously, if your enemy is actually smart and has a PC, like say I'm a MacBook, and it's trying to go through beatdown, they can just parry it. Because it doesn't, Star Planet the World has fallen from grace, I should say. It's not really good competitively. I know it's good in, I know Star Planet the World Pluck is pretty good in 1v1s, is the massive damage you can get off. But like, in terms of damage, it doesn't excel too much in combos, because all you can really do is aura kicks and awakening, really. Because I know this sounds dumb, but like, what about funny time stuff or funny beatdown? If your player is actually smart and has a brain, which like 30% of the players in YBA does, which is like tens of thousands of people, mind you, you can get destroyed. Because I'm just trying to say that the beatdown, it kind of needs to be a bit faster. Like, I know this sounds stupid. Eclipse, if you're watching this video, you can give me your full opinion on it, but like, seriously, the beatdown at this point, it's kind of shitty. And your video about Star Planet the World, I don't really agree with it much, because like, You say Star Player of the World it really isn't. If the player is actually smart, they can just beat the hell out of you. And you may just say, "Oh, you're just bad." No, I genuinely am good. I can kill a lot of people. I can like fight a 2v1 and win if I actually am in the zone and go into tryhard mode. Nah, whatever. But off topic a bit. It's like it used to be really good because like Beatdown used to be nice. Awakening, I JoJo's theme at the beginning of it, like instead of starting off in the middle of the theme, which I don't really agree with, but whatever. And honestly, I know this sounds a bit stupid, but I feel like the Awakening. Nah, actually, no, that's not a good idea. But I feel like the Awakening should last like a tiny bit longer. And also the time stop. What I think it should be done is that it makes the time stop come out extremely fast, so it is nearly impossible to cancel it, but you don't get much damage off of it. It's 2 or 4 seconds minimum at max. But to add on to the nerf to time stop, you make the beatdown faster, make the Awakening a bit better, add a bit more damage buff, and keep the aura kicks the same. Aura kicks are good, but one thing I've noticed is that people are starting to parry aura kicks more and more often because more and more people are playing YBA and more of our PC users. So it's kind of hard to adapt with aura kicks and my main source of damage because that's how I usually start my combos, and it's kind of hard if that sort of gets destroyed. So I'm just asking if Uzu or anyone in the mods can watch this, or Paragon. I would really enjoy if you could like sort of fix it. Like if you gave it a counter, that would really help the stand because it kind of needs a counter. Like, see, I have an idea. What it would do is that it would stand still, it would have a marker appear above his head, but instead of being like a really shitty counter, like how you nerfed GR so badly, and only the best of players can use it to its full potential. Because like right now it's dog crap, and I cannot use it because it's absolute dog crap. You nerfed the crap out of it. Why did you do that, Uzu? I know it may seem a bit bad, but I genuinely am. Give Star Player of the World counter. That's like maybe a rework or something. Make the time stop shorter but extremely fast, so you can get some damage off of it. Make if you're not gonna get rid of Skull Crusher or like remove the ability, make it blockable at least. Eclipse has said this in like his Star Player of the World SBR rate video. Like, why not make it blockable so it can actually be useful and you don't get punished to hell for it? Because they're trying to catch the World AU Vampire and they just couldn't catch it. But still, seriously, the beatdown, it really is not good if they parry it because you can just get your ass comboed. I fought this as Star Platinum and he beat me easily because the hitbox on Star Finger is massive. Like, he did the Star Finger like this direction and it hit me from like there. The hitbox is absolutely stupid on the friggin'. I'll show you. I'll see what I mean. Sometimes, if the hitbox doesn't work, fix it. Such as when I do slam, it will sometimes they'll be knocked down. Like when I'm going on 1v1s, they'll just walk right through my slam like it never even touched the ground. What? Also, why is slam parryable? It's an AoE effect that smashes cement. Frigging cement and gives an AoE effect. Look. An AoE effect of dirt and circle around it. I'd see that as a block break only move. But no, it's gotta be parryable. Like, what the hell? It has cement coming on the ground from hitting it so hard. And then we have smites. Well, it's the world over heaven. There's no argument there, really. It's the world over heaven. Expect it. But really, that is parryable. You're telling me a slam that can break and smash stone is parryable. Okay, Uzu, you must have been like an early developer to make that happen. Like a month-old early developer. And also, why is Skull Crusher parryable as well? You time stop, go behind the person, and hit them in the back of the head. Why is Skull Crusher parryable? You literally time stop so you can hit them in the back of the head. That's not supposed to happen. You can block it, that makes sense, but parrying it? That makes the move straight up useless. You can only use it in time stop, but for God's sake. And aura kicks, they're useful. They are useful. Okay, I will say that. They're like the best move in Star Power World's kits. But honestly, if we're talking for real here, I know this sounds really, really, really stupid, but I kind of had an idea for a mod spec, but only a few hundred of the public players can play it. I know this sounds really dumb. I'm not trying to get anything. I'm not trying to get clout or anything for this, but really, only 100 people in YBA can use it. Like where Star Power World, when you awaken, you do 3.1 damage on your barrage, and it doesn't really bypass, but it does a ton of damage. And you also get your health doubled or tripled and your speed quadrupled. So you're basically extremely fast, extremely tanky. So you can have like 400 to 600 HP, and you could take a lot of hits and you can duke out a lot of damage. And I think this would be a good idea. And your range move would be spear, triple spear throw. You sort of would throw it like with one arm going kind of like that, like on how you would throw a javelin. Then a underarm throw. Then a final one with both your hands. You just dash forward and stick it into their body, impaling them. Not really impaling them, but sort of like hitting them for like 15 damage. The first two do 5 damage, and so 5 and 10, and then it equals up to 35 damage, which I think is pretty decent. And then you have a counter, which you have a marker appear above your head, and it comes out. Oh, sorry. And it comes out extremely fast. Hey, Mom. It comes out so fast that it's basically impossible to counter it unless you're in time stop and you're an idiot. You bring it out, and you have a marker. This is only for like the modded version of it. You have a marker appear above it, and then when you hit it, you say yada yada does it, and in Japanese it says, "Did you really think you would hit me?" And then it does like a tiny. It holds them on the head, crushes them, and then it hits them in the stomach and makes them fly a bit. When the crushing would do like 5 damage tick for like a few seconds, and then that's too much. It would do a 3 damage tick, and then the heavy punch would do 18.7. Yeah, so that would replace the Skull Crusher and make it useful. And then we have the time stop, which is for the modded version. We're actually gonna make it balanced and an actual time stop. The radius is gonna be a lot bigger, and I don't care if you have friggin' the world or RTZ, you will not be able to RTZ it. We're making a really OP version of this. And Eclipse, you might disagree. You can give me your full opinion on this video, but honestly, we give it a time stop that's like 4 or 5 seconds long. It comes out so fast that nobody can even react to it, and then it just gets stopped in time completely. They have 1 second to move around and try and like make themselves go in a better spot, and then you just go around and one of them do your spear throw or whatever, and just beat them up. Yeah. And then also in Awakening, your eyes glow a bigger blue, and also this form of this modded version. What it would have, it would have the Requiem beetle return to the little pedestal. I have no idea how to call that thing. And it would have shiny hair glowing, and have a glistening effect. And it would have the original stars on its fists, stars on its legs, and a big star would appear around it. Well, actually, no, I don't think that'd be a good idea. But like, if you wanted to, there'd be a skin version of this modded version. Actually, no, I'm rambling. So yeah, that would happen, and then you would just beat the crap out of people. The aura kicks would do 4.3 a hit. The barrage would do 3.1 a hit. The beatdown, I think we'll leave it at 100 damage because we're not gonna make it like do 200 full damage like freaking Paragon Platinum's world. Also, where is Paragon Platinum the world? If you're working on that, Uzu, I'm really interested to see that. Because myself, I heard it does 70 damage, and in the barrage damages, it has 15 notes, so it's supposed to do 5 or around 6 barrage damage. So that sounds really freaking sick, man. I can't wait for Paragon to use that and just beat the crap out of Joe's with his friend Uzu wearing his Uzu hat and Paragon wearing his Paragon hat. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, they could do 2v2s with that, and they could also. It'd be nice to see Uzi do a wipe with that. Actually, Uzi could probably do that with Paragon if he's actually free and not in a grumpy mood. Yeah. So that's my idea for Star Pawn the World. Modded version also Star Pawn the World. A little bit of a rework nerf slash nerf. So yeah. If you liked my idea, go ahead, like and subscribe if you want. Eclipse, if you see this video, I really want you to give me my opinion. Not on the modded version. No, you'll probably just be like, what the hell is this kid talking about? But, like, give me your opinion if you want. So, yeah. Bye, guys.